welcome back to Boat Fool Sailing. Thanks for tuning in last week and thanks for tuning in this week. So we are a couple of weeks away from getting you some new programming that I think is going to be really exciting. And I think it's going to be entertaining and fun and get us through the long, cold, dark, lonely winter that's ahead of us. And we're delayed for a couple of reasons. One, technology issues, and two, we hauled our boat out on October 9th, and we've been busy getting her covered and winterized for the off season. Haul out day is a particularly sad day and sort of gloomy, and this particular haul out day was made even worse by a tragic accident that happened out on Penobscot Bay. A young doctor, woman, community member was killed in a tragic accident out at sea when the mast of this schooner snapped, and 3 other passengers were critically injured as well. And so we saw the boat sail by out of the entrance of Rockport Harbor where we're waiting to get hauled, and it was so beautiful under full sail, and within 30 minutes tragedy struck. Our condolences to this young woman's family. It's just gut-wrenching, and our heartfelt wishes and get wells go out to the 3 who are still in the hospital trying to recover from this tragic accident. Our community, our sailing community in particular, has been rocked by this, and in particular the schooner community. And it was a tragic accident, but a stark reminder that one just never knows when the curtain's going to come down on their show, right? And so if you're sitting at home and you're contemplating a career change or a course correction of some sort, or you're planning to plot a new course in your life, or maybe buy a boat or whatever it is, just start making baby steps now. Start doing it before it's too late. This young woman who was killed was only 40, and I'm 54, and 40 seems like it was just yesterday. Time goes quickly, and you just never know. So do it. In the meantime, it seems like since Monday, the world has just gone sideways, right? I feel like the world is coming apart at the seams, and this video that you're going to watch today, hopefully, is a little respite from that. It's one of my best days of the summer when I was out sailing by myself over to Vinalhaven and North Haven to appraise a couple of properties, and it was a picture-perfect Maine day, and it was absolutely beautiful. So this is supposed to be a reprieve from the horrors that we're witnessing in the world and tragedy, and to bring a little sunshine to your day. And I want you to sit back, feel the sun on your skin, feel the wind on your face and in your hair, and enjoy this show, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so today we are out on VB, and I am heading to North Haven to do an appraisal in the Fox on Thoroughfare and over on Vinalhaven. So I'm going to anchor and then dinghy across to Vinalhaven and do an appraisal over there too. So we're just out on the boat and getting set up. It is a scorcher of a day. It's like going to be a heat index in the 90s. I'm just getting set up here. I'm doing the currently not much of a breeze. I'm hoping that changes by the time I sail home. Get the main up on the mooring and be prepared, but I suspect I'll be motoring most of the way. Kind of a bummer, but if I get a sail back, I'll be the happiest kid in the world. Today is Thursday, September 7th. Season is definitely winding down. We just set our haul date for October 9th. Gotta get Old Glory up there. October 9th feels like it's right around the corner. Hopefully we'll get a couple of good sales in beforehand. Okay, I'm gonna turn on the power, fire up the battery, and fire up the engine. All right, while the engine's warming up, I'm gonna get the main up and get the heck out of here. We've got about 2 hours to our destination, maybe. So hopefully, the goal is to get there by 2. A little room to spare. Main halyard. Watch out in that camera. Yeah, it's looking pretty bleak out there, but the wind is supposed to fill in from the southeast. So it's best to be prepared. And if I don't put it up, you know the wind's going to pick up. So throttle back, loosen the main. Don't get our clock cleaned on the way up. Very simple main. Get up. Just need to winch the last couple of inches. Coil your lines. All right, we are free. Free as a bird. Go back. So I see a little breeze maybe filling in here, which it's supposed to do. Right now, pretty much glass, but we're going straight out there into Penobscot Bay, straight across to the Fox Island thoroughfare, where we're going to drop an anchor and appraise the property. But for those wondering, I am wearing a life jacket, and I just let out the dinghy, and I'm sure all of you know this, but if you don't, even though you have your dinghy cleated here, I always tie a safety line at the end, the bitter end of it, around a stanchion with a bowline. Because A, that cleat could yank out, and B, it could come untied. I have seen it happen. So if you don't want to lose your dinghy, that's what you do. So just like that, I've just left the mooring. The wind has filled in from the southeast a little bit. So we're gonna roll out the jib and maybe motor sail until it fills in a little more. But might as well, right? Crank this in a little bit. Bear off a little bit. Water temp is 67. Wow. September, folks. Should be 58. All right, got a little breeze. I think we're gonna have enough breeze to maybe sail. So, that moment we're all been waiting for. Sweet sounds of silence. Okay, I think once we get across and out into the bay around Monroe, it's going to pick up enough for us to get some good speed. We'll just see how it goes. Motor sailing. Doing just over 4 knots. I could motor sail a little faster. I'm hoping once I get around Monroe and Owl's Head here that it's going to freshen enough that we can go closer to 5, which would be as fast as I can go motoring at a reasonable clip. We've got about 15 gallons of diesel left out of a possible 40 gallons, and trying to make it to the end of the season without having to fill up, because I'd like to fill up fully right at the end of the season before we winterize the boat. So, well, here comes the breeze now. So now we're doing over 5. So perfect. So if this holds, we should be able to sail the whole way, which would be ideal because I won't use any diesel, and we'll hustle right over there. Oh, pretty psyched that get to do this for a living. So fortunate to be able to sail out to an island to do an appraisal. There goes a lobster boat. But breeze is filling in nicely here, and we should be able to truck right across. And my appointment's at 2. It's 11:40 now, and it would be great to be early. Right there on that bluff is the Owl's Head Lighthouse, and right behind it to the left is Monroe Island. And usually the nice breeze funnels right through here, which we're picking up right now, doing 6.2, and we're on track to go over to the Fox Island Thoroughfare, which is right here. So water temperature is nearly 68, 11:50 a.m. Seem to be right on time. If this wind holds, we'll be in good shape. Just stuffed my face with a sandwich, which is always a good thing to do when you're sailing. Stay full and happy. And psyched to check out this property. Apparently it's got a deep water dock right on the Fox Island Thoroughfare, and obviously I can't give the address, but should be pretty neat. All right. Every time I see a government marker, I think of my pal Josh and co-owner of VB. Never forget, my friend. Never forget. So mean. He hit one government marker and we'll never ever forgive him, especially his dad. Anyway, one other boat out here. Looks like they want a drag race, but they're probably twice our size and not towing a dinghy, but we'll see what happens. So we're reaching maybe a third of the way there. So we're making good time. Getting close to the entrance of the Fox Island Thoroughfare, and the tide is starting to flood here. And what we want to be aware of is on this side we've got the monument, which you can just see under the jib there, and that's a lee shore, so we want to be careful with the tide setting us too close to that. So we're just pointing up a little bit. I can see a boat way in there sailing, so hopefully the wind holds as we get around this point and into the thoroughfare. But it is 12:30 and we left around 11:40, so we made it over here in really good time. We're going to be probably a little early for my appointment, but that'll give me time to set the hook and get organized and get to shore. From whence we came.
I don't know if you can see the tide against that lobster pot there. They're great indicators of what the tide is doing. Oh, sorry. So we're approaching the monument, then we'll be able to bear off down into the thoroughfare, let the sails out a little bit, and ghost in. But man, what a day. But again, it's just a weird sort of color out here. Get a good look at that monument now. See the tide against that pot flooding in. That is the monument marking the entrance to the Fox Island Thoroughfare. Pretty neat obelisk structure. So we're still doing about 4.5 knots, which is not much different than what it would be if we were steaming at 1800 RPMs. So we're going to just keep sailing. And here comes the North Haven ferry out of the channel. So we want to make sure we don't get mowed down by them. And the sailboat. This is what the ferry looks like on radar, and that is the sailboat in front of it. Coming fast. I think she steams at around 13 knots, and behind her is a nice looking tartan, and that ferry is loaded with cars going for the mainland. Resulting weight. Nice looking little tartan over there. Woo. That is a tartan 37. Pretty boat. Pretty lighthouse. Marking the other side of the entrance. What a day, man. Good day to be on the boat office. Those are called the sugar loaves. Not sure why, but that's what they're called. There's an American flag on top of the big one there. Pretty neat coming into here. Some incredible homes along the shoreline. Got one boat coming in behind us, and wind is clocking around on our stern. We're almost sailing by the lee. Just got to get around this point, then we'll be able to head up a little bit. But pretty neat place out here. A little osprey in that nest there. I don't know if you can see it, but 20 feet of water right here, going around this mark, and then we can head up a little bit, stay marker. Then we can head up a little bit into the thoroughfare, and then we're gonna have to think about dropping sails and figuring out where to drop the hook. Never anchored in here. Okay, just made it. Just dropped the hook and waiting for it to settle out. But this is
This is where we're going to anchor, and we'll zip in by dinghy. And here comes a boat through the thoroughfare now. So pretty. So pretty. And then you get to see this. Steaming right through under full sail. Doesn't get much prettier than that. Wow. Right off my transom. Wow. Okay, heading in. Couldn't have asked for a better day to do this. All right, I am pulling off the dock at North Haven, and I've been over to, I'm pulling off the dock of Vinalhaven. So many islands, I've gotten confused here. And look at that beautiful New York, must be a New York 40? Gosh, that's pretty. Smoking right through here. And now, heading back out to our boat and heading for home. Some really neat places around here. God, I feel like the luckiest bastard on the planet being able to do this. That looks like an Allberg 30. That's an Allberg 30, all right. Pretty boat. Not as pretty as this beast. Looks like I'm gonna have a nice breeze home. So heading back out through the thoroughfare. There are the sugar loaves up there. The breeze is definitely up. And usually funnels through here. So once we get out, I think it's gonna abate a little bit, but hopefully we'll be able to put up all the sails and just fly home. Can't tell if it's foggy out there or what. But I'm going to fire up the radar just in case, because the ferry in front of us seems to be disappearing into the haze. We are off to the races. Start cranking the jib a little bit. There we go. Just got to make it around the monument, and then we should have a nice screaming sail home. What a day. Holy cow. Saw the most amazing place. I wish I could tell you all about it, but I can't. But one in a million. One in a million, ladies and gents. Lucky to see it. All right. Let's see how long it takes us to get home. It is 4:20 now, 4:18. Bet we make it home by 5:20 or so. 5:30, 5:45, right in that area. If this wind holds, because it's beautiful right now. We are doing just about 6 knots, under full sail, and what a day. Second best of the summer. I like cats, but they're not for me. I feel like you'd lose the tactile sense of being on the water. But I fully recognize they're very comfortable and serve a very great purpose. But I'm too old school. Nice light on that monument. A couple of cormorant on top of it.
Need a little Jimmy Buffett right about now. God rest his soul. Just using the thoroughfare on the page. I'm gonna clean up my foredeck. Some mud on there from the anchor. That's where we're going. We really do love this boat. There behind us. Come on, no hands. Five and a half knots, a nice light breeze, full sail. Pretty boat sailing across, sunlight on its sails. We're a little bit of a lull here, but they seem to have a nice breeze right there. I don't know what they're having. But it's going to pick up once we get closer to Alsod over here. Nice to see another boat out.